So, Marissa at work, she sets up like events.
Yeah, event planner, event organizer or something.
Yeah, but like only for internal. So I guess it's Latin Heritage Month. So they were doing a Latin Palooza Day where they invite a bunch of like vendors and stuff like that to come in and make their shit. And one of them
Like
was
they call it Latin Palooza.
Yeah, it was an interesting name. They got the boys going, but I guess she had this empanada vendor though, and they sold like a shit ton of them. But the guy comes to retrieve his stuff, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming. How was it? Do you have any feedback?" And the guy goes, "It was fine, but there's an issue." And she goes, "What is it?" And he goes, "There's human feces by my fryers." I guess they had the fryers outside, and they were running the empanadas in. So they were like cooking, bringing them in, and nobody really had visibility on the fryers. But the guy came up to get them, and he saw somebody take a shit right next to his fryers.
Just a worker?
Dude, so get
Or
this.
who?
I guess they have a program with mentally challenged people, like autistic and Down syndrome people, but they're pretty high functioning, but they let them come in and kind of like help clean or, be a janitor or something like that to work. And I guess one of them was just walking into the building and just shit like 2 feet away from this guy's fryer. And the guy saw it happen.
He was just watching.
Marissa was looking at the security guards and she's like, "What do I do? What do we do here?" And the guy's like, "I called, maintenance to come pick it up." The guy's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do, bro? I can't get my fryers out." And I guess he was standing next to him. He's like, and then he just drove away and left it. And he was like, "Call me back when that's gone."
Dude, the funniest part about that is I have a buddy that used to work there. We're not going to dox him. But somebody was quitting, normal employee. It was just quitting. And they hated the place so much that they just shit in their boss's office and they just left a dookie there and then they just dipped.
That's how a cartoon character quits their job.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you literally have to not care about getting any job in the future to do that. But
yeah, for real.
It is insane. Anyways, guys, welcome back. Episode 18. I'm here with my friend Joe, who turns the lights on to go to bed.
What does it even mean? Like I'm scared of the dark?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. Like, you probably do turn the lights on to go to bed.
You're not wrong. I am scared of the dark, especially when we leave our door open. I constantly would be sitting there with my eyes closed trying to fall asleep, and I'll just go and just open one eye just to make sure nothing's standing in the doorway trying to kill me.
And you've been having some bad dreams lately.
So. I always have been, mostly because I watch just horrifying, scary videos before I go to bed. How does that happen? But I'm here with my friend Chris, who thinks that robots deserve the right to vote.
I mean, they're probably smarter than most of us. I'm not gonna lie.
You believe in clanker rights? All those little robots you see walking around in Austin. Chris wants them voting for Kamala Harris 2028.
Yo, chill, bro. No, but obviously happy to be back. 18's a lot, dude.
It is.
18's getting up there like, oh, these guys have been doing this for a while, and they still got an iPhone cam. Like that dude that commented on the last video.
Yeah, the last video was a banger, though. Absolutely blew up.
Yeah, no, it was good. And we're going to try to keep, cutting in videos. We're doing Big Bet now, so follow us on Twitter, Instagram, obviously on YouTube, subscribe. But over halfway to Toledo, as we have been for a while. We're still trying to get to Toledo. But anyways, we're just happy to be here, man. It's just fun. Upgrades to come if our bets are hitting. I hit a lot of bets on Thursday, not the one I took, but
not yesterday.
Yeah, and yesterday's tough. I'm on a little cold streak. Joe's got a chance to strike back here.
I'm going to have a generational run.
But that's what I'm saying is I got a fat lead, so I can kind of fuck up a little bit. But a lot of bets coming in this weekend, which obviously you guys are going to see us late. But just follow us on Twitter. You'll see Instagram. You'll see we're making videos on it too. We're going to try to make more skits. We're going to try to make more other things. We're going to try to piece in videos too. We're going out after this, which, should be fun. But
little Chris and Joe Day. Clean up.
Yeah.
A couple things we didn't get to tell you guys about. You obviously saw the videos, but it started off so hot. We were getting in the Uber to go down to Clawson. Our Uber driver sees both of us, and she looks at Chris. She goes, "You Chris?" And Chris is like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Is he with you?" And Chris is like, "Yeah." We're wearing the same outfit. And she goes, "Oh, I didn't know there would be two of you." And Chris goes, "Do I have to enter that in on the app?" And she goes, "No, but I saw it said Chris, so I figured there was only one of you." It always only says your first name.
I've never even been pressed on that or been asked about that. But then we were like, what do you do?
And obviously we were together. We were wearing the exact same thing. We walked out the door together.
Are the two guys in the frog and toad shirt and Jesus sandals together?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But No, then we start going down. She's like a dealer on an online MGM casino.
She said all the online casinos work in the same building and they have mad beef with each other. See them on the hallways. They're like, get out of here, MGM Grand.
Yeah, for real. I thought you were going to talk about the Uber that we took from Clawson to Ferndale, dude. When we went to in that one, we were just singing the whole time. I'm like, hey, can I get aux? And the guy's like, yeah. And you're like, oh, let's go, Chris. We're just going back from like fucking old like Nickelback and Creed to fucking Lil Wayne.
We went
we're
song
just,
for song.
Yeah, we are going song for song. For some reason, we go on a highway for like a 10-minute ride. But the shit was funny as shit. And then we get to Boogie Fever at the end of the night. This is the only thing I really want to talk about. Good day, to be honest. It's always a good day when you end it betting on Hawaii at like 1 a.m.
Gotta love it. That was a long night.
And thinking about DoorDashing, and then both of us waking up to McDonald's outside of our front door.
On the porch, 20 frozen chicken nuggets. I was like, gotta try this golden sauce. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but we get to Boogie Fever. We went to a couple clubs in Ferndale, but at Boogie Fever, I'm just go immediately up to the DJ just with bulletproof on my phone, like on Snapchat text, and the guy's just like pissed. He's like, shoe off, shoe off, shoe off. I'm like, dude, bulletproof? And we were like kind of talking about it, like bulletproof would fit in at a place that's only playing 90s music.
I'm pretty sure that song came out in like 2013 now.
Yeah, I agree, but like
it's the same vibe of music.
Exactly. It's like what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Almost more than whatever was there. And there was not that many people there, so besides that, though, we kind of ended the night we met some friends.
We hung out with like 5 20-year-olds that were all in a band together.
True. And we said we're going to bring them on here.
Yeah, we'll see. We have no way of contacting them.
We both follow him on Instagram.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He was posting stories. I was like, this guy, he just got a new tattoo. It's a heart. It's a heart tattoo over his heart.
That's meta.
Yeah. So that's who we were hanging out with at the end of the night that day. But all in all, good day. Tequila Sunrise was good. Can't wait for next year. Obviously, there's no set day. It's just whenever we plan it out to be.
Yeah. We thought we did it on the same time. We were like a year and a half off.
Yeah, we were like, Joe's like, I swear it's right after your birthday. And it was like,
it wasn't.
The last time we did it like 2 months before my birthday. But no, that's, pretty much it. We both stayed pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
I mean, I was a little hungover the next day, but like it wasn't too bad. I smoked way more cigs than I thought. Like,
we almost ripped a pack.
I woke up and I had like 3 left. And I was like, oh,
yeah, that's brutal.
Dang, but that's going to be me today, man. Whenever college football's on, dude, we're trying to think about a way that we can kind of like make a short video and post about college football. And I hope not even just college and NFL. Like we're both have decent records with our bets so far. I think you're kind of on a heater right
now. I'm getting there.
If we weren't foes in this big bet, I would be riding with what you have over what I have right now. Like I don't have any confidence today.
Yeah,
I have confidence in Syracuse. And I have confidence in the under in Florida, but other than those 2 bets, I bet way too much, and I have no confidence.
Yeah. Your bets are all based on feelings. You have no stats or anything. You're like, this guy wants this. He wants to win today.
It's about heart. You know? It's about the boys, just who wants it more.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I bet off of. Who needs it? Who's out there? But
hungry dog runs faster.
No, after Chris and Joe Day, though, dude, I kind of took a leave of sobriety for 2 weeks. I was like, I'm just going to chill out.
You have to. You got to regenerate.
Yeah, what's it? Like take the slurp juice from Fortnite. Like I'm shielding up. But no, I've been, which I didn't know. I wasn't really planning on talking about it, but I've been running, dude.
From what?
And that shit's running from my fears, running from obesity. But no, I honestly, my whole life, I think I just had this mental block where I was like, I hate running. I'll never be a runner. I hate running. My body's not built to run. And then now that I've ran 4 times in the past 2 weeks, I'm like, I could run. Maybe I'll do a 5K.
Dude.
I didn't realize a 5K is only 3.1 miles.
It feels much longer than you would think.
Really?
Yeah. Remember when I ran that one the day after Halloween?
Yeah.
And it was all.
But did you train for it?
I did. I trained for like a couple months, but the issue was I was super hungover. We got Milan pizza and ate like 4 slices at 2 a.m. And this was at like 7 a.m. The entire course for the 5K was uphill and downhill on grass, but it was raining, so it was mud. I ate shit like 10 times. Like, it was so bad.
Where was it?
Some farm in Washington.
Oh okay. So you drove a little ways out there.
Yeah.
Dude,
And then the
that's
whole
fun.
time, Marissa was kind of being nice and keeping pace with me because I was eating shit and dying.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she turned on the jets to try and beat me, and I caught up to her and I held her back so I crossed the finish line first.
There's just a photo of you like
There is.
strangling Marissa at the finish
No,
line.
it wasn't saying it. It was like Nacho Libre where I was just guarding her and I just preventing her from being in front of me.
That's funny. Well, do you remember how fast you did it?
32 minutes.
See, that's good pace.
Eh,
That's
it was
pretty good
bad.
pace. That's like 10:30 pace, right? Like
Yeah,
10 something.
about,
Dude, that's better. Like I've been pacing today 2 miles. I was pacing like 11.
yeah. It's also different though if you're in a huge pack of
Or no,
people.
I was
You don't
pacing
want to be
12.
the
I was
loser
pacing
that
12.
like is in the back. You know, you're just naturally trying to keep pace with the people around you.
Yeah, I do feel like if I was competing, like if it was game day, I would be balling out. Like
Yeah.
right now, I'm like building up to game day.
Right.
But I think I'm just gonna do a 5K by myself.
Why?
Like I'm not gonna do like a turkey. They call it like the.
It's better if you have people with you.
You think so?
Motivation.
I don't want to do it like alone. I feel like the only ones are around Thanksgiving, and I don't want to do it after Thanksgiving.
Dude, they have so many 5Ks.
Really?
They have them everywhere, constantly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's only 3 miles.
You can do it literally anywhere. That's the shortest stretch of land.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can do it, whatever.
We could
Like,
go run a
that's
5K
what I
at
was
my parents'
surprised.
house around the yard.
like my second, yeah, exactly. Or if we're doing a 5K, it's just me running circles in my
Your
apartment
complex.
in my apartment complex
Just sprinting.
for like an hour.
You're running so fast it forms a tornado that picks up your apartment complex.
Somebody leaves, goes grocery shopping, comes back, and I'm just still running circles in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I don't
It's
know.
like
Running.
it's like Forrest Gump. You're like, I think I'll go home now, and you just walk inside.
It's been nice though, because like I was talking to some runner people at work, and they were just like, you have to alternate, like run, walk, run, walk, run.
That's
walk.
how you're supposed to train.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been super helpful. Today
There's a
was
good
the
app
first.
called Runkeeper you should get. You log your times, it gives you drills and all that, and you can set goals. It's like, how far away is your 5K? This is your training timeline.
Oh damn! I just have been using Nike Run Club or whatever.
Doesn't that just track your distance and speed?
Your pace, distance, speed, you can plug your shoes in there, and it'll tell you like how many miles you have on each shoe. That was kind of cool.
How?
You can, but yeah, I mean, it tells you, and then
You
it
just have an
tells
Apple cord
it
going
shows
from your
you-
shoe up to your phone.
it shows you on the map like what route you took to, which I kind of like. Like when you finish in, it shows you like, you know, red is where you were going slow, green is where you're going fast. So it kind of shows you like on your run, like here's where you were going fast and slow, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I started realizing, like when I do these runs, I like really want to have a good mile pace. So my first mile is like, you know, pretty good, but then I'm like walking right after the first mile, and I'm like dead.
This is perfectly average. You're like sprinting to
and then
walking.
the second mile is like a minute longer, or like a minute and a half longer. I'm like, God damn it! Like I really should have just paced myself better, and I would have
Right.
done better.
Sit that down.
But yeah, it's been good. I feel a lot better. I feel like I'm getting sore again in the gym.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna speak too soon, but down a couple pounds. But like, you know, Joe and I've been getting some compliments lately. You can
Yeah.
say Joe's hair, Joe's body.
Somebody thought I lost 15 pounds, which is a very good compliment if you've lost 0 pounds.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like muscle weighs more than fat, dude. So like we're just both converting it right now as we speak.
We're perfectly losing fat at the same time that we gain muscle. The only people that have ever done that.
Why do you think I weigh so much, dude? Putting on
You're
so
just
much
a
muscle
rock,
lately. But no, I don't know why I brought that up, but
First topic.
yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about Project Bluebeam. Big conspiracy theory. And I think it's relevant now more than ever. So, I'll give you like the recap and then we can get into specifics. But in 1994, there was an investigative journalist. God, what was his name? It was like, he had a weird name like Gage or SARS or something. I forget it. But he was an investigative journalist and he came out with this book that said that NASA and the United Nations were planning this operation to create a new world order. And he listed out the steps in which they were going to do it.
Like phases almost.
Phases. It was 4 phases. But I guess to give the end before we get in specifics, 2 years after he did that, he got arrested for spreading disinformation. He stayed overnight in the jail. He gets home, has a heart attack, and dies.
Heart attack.
heart attack. He was perfectly healthy, no
Yeah.
health concerns, gets out of jail, dies of a heart attack.
Yeah.
So, was he spreading the truth? Seems like a government kill job, dude.
Yeah. It is a unique one. And Joe, I guess you gotta just go through the phases. We'll talk through the phases, I guess.
Phase number 1. So keep in mind, this was in 1994. A lot of this wouldn't have been possible when he, made this book. But I think now, especially, all this technology is there and ready for the use. So phase number 1 was creating man-made earthquakes in key areas around the world. And then once that happened, they were going to find placed, religious texts or artifacts, shit like that, to convince people that everything they ever thought about their religion was false, or it was contradictory to what they believed to be the case the entire time.
Yeah.
So,
which is weird, but like, what? Imagine writing that book. It's like, hey, everything that was wrote in this book is wrong.
Yeah, it's like, this is Jesus, and that other book, not me. None of that was me.
There's no way that book was out before my book was out before.
That book dropped like 200 years after me, bro.
Exactly.
So that was the first step. Get people doubting their religions, create confusion and uncertainty around what everyone believes. Mm-hmm. Phase number 2 is using holographics or AR, or what's it called, augmented reality, right?
Yeah, this is the part that I liked a lot, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, so they'd be using basically like holograms, and they would put it over all the majorly populated areas, and depending on what the most popular religion is in that area, they would see their Messiah, I guess, like it would be Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, whatever they believe in. They would appear, talk to them, tell them that everything they knew about religion is a farce, and then all of them would merge into one new deity that would be a part of the new world religion that they wanted everyone to believe in. And they would basically say, your religions is why the world is the way it is. It's causing all this war, bloodshed, and this is what religion actually is.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, to think, I guess one of my big arguments is like, you know how difficult it would be to do that for all of people simultaneously.
Japan has already been doing that. They've been launching holographics in the stratosphere.
That's
China has programs similar. Elon Musk and Starlink just launched 200 satellites with this capability into space.
Imagine we go to space and we're just tricking aliens to be like normal humans, so that when we get there, they're just like already have like liquor stores and clubs.
We should have the technology to project and make our Earth look like a piece of shit, so aliens never come here.
Yeah,
and like fuck us up. Just make it look like an ice ball or something, so they never like, why did we go there?
Yeah,
pointless ass planet.
That would be smart. We should be camouflaging more into the stratosphere.
We should.
We look like such a enticing place to go.
Or just put like a huge circle of mirrors around us, so everything they're seeing is just a reflection of other space. Like nothing there.
Yeah. Looks just like us.
There's another spaceship right over there that looks exactly like ours. Phase 3. Phase 3 is the government using low-frequency radio waves to subliminally implant messages into our brain. I guess, I don't know if this is proven or not, but there's some way to use those frequencies to basically put thoughts in your mind and make it feel like it's your thoughts. Until it's basically like synchronized with your thoughts, you think that it's your own thoughts, and it snaps you into that.
It's sort of like Pavlov's dog. It's like, if you keep hearing this thing and good things happen, you're like happy. If you keep hearing the same thing and bad things happen,
more or less. But it goes hand in hand with all of these apps, your phone, everything like that, tracking all of your data. So when they go to do this, they know everything about you and they can personalize it. So they can implant thoughts in your brain, make you think the way they want you to think.
Yeah.
And then phase 4, the final phase, is them kind of the same deal, using either man-made technology or like holograms again to convince everyone that there's an incoming alien invasion so that the world bands together. So basically they would make it seem like aliens were going to invade. They would get together with every country that has nuclear weapons and be like, yo, we got to fire these off. This is the only way we'll defeat them. And then it's going to turn out that the invasion was a sham, never was real. Right. And when all these areas get messed up by the nuclear missiles, everybody in the world is going to be like, we need to disarm those. We should never have these. Like, look at all this destruction. And they're going to be begging for one world unity to fall in line underneath this new world order.
Yeah, which is, I will say like when I first was watching all this, I thought it was all like a pretty big stretch. You know,
Is it though? Think about how much alien stuff is coming out in the last 3 years.
I
There's
agree.
government
Yeah,
whistleblowers.
government whistleblowers are like agreeing to UFOs now,
All the
but it's like,
UFOs they're seeing that are unmanned drones or new technology, and the government's being like, "Oh, I don't know, it could be a UFO." They want us to get used to it and expect something.
yeah, but okay, so something I like thought about when we were watching this is like, and I thought that this it kind of goes with what we're saying right now. People are more like apt to believe like a huge event that happened, like a huge earthquake, like you were saying, like what was that phase 1?
Yeah,
Where they're like, hey, we're gonna do these earthquakes, we're gonna do this random stuff, so that people just get used to, almost numb to the fact that like big things are happening around them and it's normal.
yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying is like I agree with the fact that like okay, people are almost numb to the fact that like yep, UFOs, I guess it's normal now. I guess it's normal that like people know that what that is and what's going on. What people don't find, like what people question a lot more is like modern day miracles, like medical miracles and miracles of people surviving, like getting hit by a car, miracles of people like even in football, dude. There's like a lot of sports, like miracles happen, like whatever. So
like DeMar Hamlin's clone.
but
he's definitely still alive,
it's
and that's
very,
for sure not a clone.
It's very, my two things on this is like, it's very interesting to think that like, you know, it's funny because people are just more skeptical of things that are like positive almost than things that are negative. Like things that are negative, it's like, oh yeah, I guess
like they're trying so hard not to believe in something.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's almost like, you know, all this tragedy that happens around us all the time. Like, all of this violence and all of this like, you know, even natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes and storms and whatever. Like people are so quick to be like, yep, I believe that and I know that happened and like that's sad. But people are very skeptical or like question when somebody's like, I don't know, like I beat the worst cancer that's out there. You know what I mean? Or like I beat this or that, or like they told me I could,
about an earthquake.
They told me I could never do this again, and I can do it. It's like people are more like, why, how is that even possible? How did you do that? Like, what? I need to figure out why that happened. But like, no one's really investigating or looking into like, oh yeah, there's a hurricane, like there's a.
Well, I think there's just like a proven. You know,
well, I'm saying
natural events have been around since the creation of the planet. I think it's an innate human thing to understand
kind of aligns, is what I'm saying. Kind of that part kind of aligns where it's like, I guess they could have numbed us by these big events where like another big event would just be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Not to quote Nacho Libre again, but it reminds me of when Nacho's looking at Escalito and he's like, "You don't believe in God?" And Escalito goes, "I believe in science." He's like this greasy mountain dude that's obviously never been in a school.
Yeah. The only thing I don't believe is that like they have the technology to perfectly like know and be able to influence each person individually, because I think people are so different from one another. I don't think that they have the technology, or did. What did you say? That started in like the 90s, or like the.
Well, that's when the book came out, and it was heavily speculative. Obviously, back then they didn't have the like technology to do any of this, but the guy was citing 2001: A Space Odyssey, Independence Day, like all these movies that are coming out, and it's very modern technology-wise kind of stuff that's semi-realistic that we could believe in to get us to think. Yeah, that's close enough. We're close to this being a reality to get us, you know, in the mindset that it could be a possibility.
Yeah, that's what the part where it's like they're going to use radio frequency. That's where it kind of loses me a little bit. That's where I kind of go, I don't know, dude. Like everyone's so different. Like I don't get dopamine in the same way you get dopamine.
I guess I was thinking about it this morning. How do we know that though? How do we know that we're experiencing what should be the human experience the same way it was 2,000 years ago with all this technology when food was more natural and all that stuff? Like thinking about the government putting something in the stuff we drink or eat or in the air or something like that, that makes us think certain ways or perceive the world in certain ways that we could never know if it was the case or not. Because everybody's experiencing life in this one particular way, even though it's not natural. It's not how humans are supposed to walk the planet.
Yeah, well, it's just evolution, though, right?
I'm talking about like if it was a government project or mission to use these frequencies to make us think a certain way or keep us tame or something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so effective that it applies for everyone, so nobody would have any idea if that was the case or not.
Okay, but you're thinking that they apply it through like cartoons when we were young and
Yeah, it could be
sports when
anything.
we're older. So you're saying everything's rigged and it's just
Very well could be.
the script's been written. Has the script been written on your life? Like you don't feel like you could go and be like, I'm gonna go be homeless tomorrow. If I wanted to, I could.
Well, I could, but I don't think that's the point. I don't know.
But then
it also goes
theoretically,
kind of
you'd
thing, like
be dodging all the radio frequencies if you were homeless.
No, it's in the air everywhere. But it's also just in the sense of you hear about all this stuff, to your point, like all these miracle stuff people can do and all that. If the government was subduing us, I think it could potentially be because we used to access more of our brain, have telekinetic powers, stuff like that. You'd be able to do way more as a human. And they're controlling us to not be able to do that anymore.
I guess.
It's obviously a crazy theory.
Don't you feel like we can do a lot more now as humans than they were 20 years ago?
How do you know that? Because that's what it says in the textbooks that the government gives you?
No, 20 years ago, like my mom.
Well, no, I'm not
grandma
saying
were there
I'm
to
not
say,
saying 20
yeah,
years ago.
they
I'm
would
not
do
saying like
this.
in the last couple of generations. I'm talking like way long ago.
I'm saying though, wouldn't you think that they would want to limit us?
They are.
Dude, it's only been 100 years and look how far we've evolved.
With our brains like becoming more educated, I guess, and better as a society with technology, yeah. I'm saying, what if we literally had the ability to like fly, use our mind to pick up like rocks and shit?
Yeah, but even think about that, dude. Like, when did Amelia Earhart and all them start flying?
Like 100 years ago?
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Like 100 years ago, they've been like, "There's no way people are flying all the time," and now we're flying all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You just said like, oh, they'd like stop us from flying.
I'm talking about like just Superman flying.
Right, but
not like in an airplane.
But in reality, we have been able. Like, think about like my grandma, dude, 88 or like almost 90. Was around when there were just like nonsense happening, and now she can't use an iPad. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Just technological advancements. I'm talking about like damn near superpowers.
I know, but I'm saying like they're not.
Like
really
the Egyptians
us.
definitely used to just be able to pick up those, you know what I mean, those massive stone blocks with their mind. That's how they stacked it for sure.
True. How do you think that they did that, dude?
I mean, if I was going to be a realist about it, they'd definitely use a system of pulleys where there's basically logs underneath the blocks, and then they'd have like 20 people pulling it. It would roll across the blocks, and then they would place or against the logs, and they move the logs back to the front and keep it going like that. But if I was thinking about what I think, they were using their minds.
I think they had giants back in the day.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a hieroglyph of a couple 40 feet tall giants, like helping them build them.
Yeah. And like the giants just died out.
That's a big conspiracy. They found a lot of skeletons
big
of
bones.
giants, six fingers, 6 toes, one eye socket sometimes.
They found that?
Dude, I mean, all the time. And it's always taken by the Smithsonian and never talked about again. Interesting, huh?
Who owns the Smithsonian? We need to do a deep dive on that guy.
It's technically a private institution, I believe, but it works very closely with the government because they get like 60% of their funding from the government.
Actually?
Yeah.
So the government is probably like, oh my God, you found this bone. Like, we're going to hide it from everybody.
That's what it feels like.
Because it'd ruin everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Where is the Smithsonian?
DC area, I believe.
Did you go when you guys went to DC? I can't remember if we went.
No, I don't think so.
Isn't it weird? Does every high school in America, or was that middle school?
That was elementary school for me. No, it had to have been 8th grade. 8th grade.
I think it was 8th grade.
It was.
There's no way they would take 5th graders to fucking DC, bro. That's when I was picto chatting like the bus on the way to Lansing. Yeah. Like, we're gonna start you off at the state capitol, and if you can make it through that, you can go to DC.
Speaking of 8th grade, bro, I was just talking to this kid. We hire like younger kids every once in a while, and this kid's 19. and I was talking to him, and he goes, "Yeah, man, when COVID hit, my 8th grade was entirely online." I was like, "Bro, COVID hit when you were in middle school?" I was like, "Dude, when COVID hit, I was working here."
No, we were in college when COVID hit, but
I know, but like when we started our jobs, it was
that's insane,
Bro,
dude.
I was like 8th grade was online for you.
Damn,
It's
bro.
wild. He's 19. I don't feel like I'm that far from 19.
I was just talking about that. Like we graduated college 4 years ago.
Disgusting.
That's a long time, dude. We still drink, not even close to as much, but look way worse.
Yeah.
We actually have been looking good lately. I will say.
Let's go. But to sum up Project Bluebeam, I don't know if I necessarily believe in it, but I think a lot of it's very applicable nowadays. Like trying to get us all on one electronic currency, trying to get us to think the same way. The use of AI to do deepfakes or AI videos on Twitter, social media, making you think that it's real news.
Yeah.
I think all that stuff is coming from somewhere that's trying to direct us to one line of thinking.
Yeah. It's just weird because it feels like it's very targeted at our generation. When it's like, why didn't the other generations have to go through it? But I agree. It could be real. It's kind of sus to me because it's like, do you know what I'm saying though? It's like my grandma wouldn't have the effects of Project Bluebeam, but we would have the effects of Project Bluebeam.
I think if an old person saw a religious figure in the sky talking to them, they would have a heart attack and die.
That's what I'm saying. It would be insane. So yeah. I don't know. I think it's a good topic. Like Joe and I were saying before, when we were thinking about what we were going to talk about, like MK Ultra to come, conspiracies to come. Like we really like this kind of topic style of podcast versus like a bunch of categories or segments. Or
we can talk about how Bill Gates created mosquitoes that carry vaccines to implant them into you.
But yeah, man. So my topic of the week that I'm bringing to the table, something I'm very passionate about. I have for a long time, dude. Like I don't know if you grew up and there was always people in your schools, every grade, where you just want to punch them in the face. And why'd you want to punch them in the face? Because they love Disney.
Yeah.
I hate Disney adults, bro. Disney adults.
So you're talking about children at first.
Yeah, well,
you know those kids in your 3rd grade class that were wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt? I wanted to kill them.
I never liked them either. I've never been a Disney fan. Like I liked it, I guess, when I was like 3, and then after that, never liked it.
There's a short window for you to be into Disney.
But no, we're talking about Disney adults. And before I get into this, before I even get into that at all, there was a heist that happened this week at Disney. And it was like
Disney what? Worldland?
I don't know any details about the story. I'm just going to tell you like what I know.
All right.
It was by water. So I'm picturing like
Orlando. One's in Florida
and
one's in California, so they're both by water.
Yeah, I think it was Florida. I don't really know, but there's like they have like a riverboat at one of them where you like go and eat dinner on the riverboat or something.
It's fire.
Riverboat was about to close. This rando guy puts on scuba gear, scubas to the riverboat, and just robs them. Takes everything. Takes all the scuba gear off, robs them for everything that they have, and then puts the scuba gear back on and leaves. And they still haven't caught him.
What did he take though that could fit in the scuba
He took
suit?
like all the money. He took all the money. That
like cash?
Yeah.
It didn't get incredibly wet when he jumped back into the lake?
Well, you have the scuba gear. You probably
was it inside of his scuba suit?
You probably put it in the scuba bag.
They have scuba bags?
I would have guaranteed they have scuba bags.
Most scuba divers bring like a purse down to the bottom of the ocean in case they get ID'd.
Dude, but PMT was talking about this, and they were saying that like Big T was saying that if you commit a crime that's so outrageous that no one's ever thought of it before, you should just get away with it. Like they should just be like, all right, like he's smart enough to just get away with this one.
This is the only time. It would have been funnier if you brought like a harpoon. He was like, "Give me all the money, or I'll harpoon you."
Yeah, just goes full Aquaman.
Just some classic, fish.
That's such a funny way to like get robbed, though. Is like some dude in a scuba suit just swam to you and robbed you and swam away.
Tell me the last thing you would ever expect.
I can't believe we didn't get caught. Like I can't believe they don't have enough security to be like, this guy sucks. Like we're gonna go find this guy. Yeah. But no, I'm talking about how I hate Disney adults today, and I'm passionate about this, dude. Like, I'm talking about Disney adults are people who still care and think and go to Disney when they've already been before.
They go there once a year. That's where 20% of their disposable income is attributed to.
Yeah, and one of my favorite facts, dude, that I found while researching this a little bit, 37% of Disney goers have a child in their household.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying that's too little.
That's insane, dude.
You're saying that number should be higher?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
So you're saying 63% of people at Disney don't have a kid?
That is a pretty crazy stat.
Like, over half the people at Disney don't have a kid. They just go because they like it.
I feel like couples go there, but that definitely is not a lot. You know what I mean? Like 20-something couples.
I guess.
The majority has to be older.
But that's got to be 20%, right?
Yeah.
So what's the other 40? So there's 40% that's just...
It's probably pedophiles going to scope out other kids.
Maybe, but it's infuriating to me, dude. And I watched like these videos. It was going viral like probably a couple months ago. All these old people that were like in their 40s or like late 30s, like at Disney. All of them are fat, by the way.
Of course.
And they're all like the first ones at the gate, and they're the first ones to like meet their character that they wanted to meet, or like meet a new character, or like see a new ride, or like whatever it is. And then like I would just picture like so many adults were sprinting to these places that like kids get in line, and then it's like an hour wait. That shit's stupid, dude. If you're a kid and you're in the front row at Disney, like, just because you have little legs doesn't mean you should wait in line that long, because all these adults are like hogging the ride.
Right, exactly. Andrew Santino just came out with a new special, and that was one of his bits. It's
Really?
about Disney adults. And he said there should be 2 lines at Disney, one for normal people and one for adults, and the adults go to jail.
Hey, that's how I feel about it.
It's weird. It's creepy. There's got to be some mental thing to that where they should get examined.
Well,
if you're that old and your priority or your biggest character attribute is wanting to go look at children's cartoon
year after year after year
right.
after year.
It's not cheap either, bro. You
It's
know they are spending a good amount of their income on that.
Potentially the most expensive like vacation you could take with your family is Disney. Like I mean, obviously you're not taking your kids to Tulum, you know. You're not taking your kids to
right.
fucking
Who wants to go to Bora Bora?
I do. Well, I will take my kids there, but most people won't do that. So, what I will say though is like, it is insane to me that they go year after year. And like in researching this, in like looking into a little bit deeper, so we had some substance to talk about today. People, here's what I think is happening: is people are like getting exposed to Disney at a very young age. And they're getting all these cartoons.
As they should be.
They're getting, yeah, I agree. Like, show your kids Disney stuff. Like, I support that. But, like, after the age of 5, maybe let's cut it off a little bit. Like, let's
your
put in some
parents not letting you
Nickelodeon.
watch SpongeBob because they think it's going to make you gay.
Exactly. Let's get some Nickelodeon in there.
No son of mine's looking at Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. This is what happens when your parents don't let you watch Cartoon Network, is you end up at Disney every fucking year.
Cartoon Network makes you no man.
Yeah. Dude,
get on Adult Swim when you're 14. That should grow you up quick.
Yeah. You know how many friends I have that were like, I was so scared of Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Oh, it's horrifying. Return the map. Why was that a children's cartoon? They were freaks, bro.
But, like, here's what I think is happening, and here's what at the end of the day, I can't shame anybody because, like, people are allowed to have their hobbies. They're allowed to do what they want.
Not that,
and,
though.
like, some things are just meant to be enjoyed in private, dude. Like, enjoy a cartoon at home. Don't dress up as Lilo and Stitch and go to Disney. Don't dress up as Cinderella and go to Disney. One
of my favorite parts about Disney is,
yeah.
You know, they have Pluto, and he's a dog, but he wears clothes and walks around and talks to people like normal. And then they also have
Pluto's the most underrated.
No, wait. Goofy is the dog that talks normal and he has clothes. And
Pluto's the dog.
Pluto is also a dog.
Yeah, but it's Goofy's pet.
He's a normal dog.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear clothes. And he walks around on all floors, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's like mentally challenged or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why are they doing that?
Dude, what's the dog is that from Toy Story, the Slinky dog?
Mm-hmm.
That's the goat dog.
Bro, Marissa was telling me that Brayden and Nino want to be the Slinky dog for Halloween.
That's a good idea.
How would you do that?
I bet Braden's just the legs, the back
But
legs.
yeah, like how do you dress up like dog legs?
What do you have any Halloween?
Yeah, I'm being Nacho Libre, and Marissa's being Encarnacion.
Did Marissa pick that one?
No, beneath these clothes, you find a man. Beneath the man, you find his nucleus. Nucleus? It's so good. It's good. Dude, it's going to be awesome, too, because I'm growing out my beard until then. I'm growing out the hair. You know, he has, like, the long curly hair. I'm just going to mess mine up. And then I'm shaving the whole beard into his mustache on Halloween.
That's going to be sick.
Me and my brother and my dad are all having a beard contest.
Damn, dude, that picture your dad sent of you guys with the AI, like Lord of the Rings, is the funniest shit I saw.
Dude, my dad is in full control of AI. As soon as we started this beard contest, he just was sending me so many pictures of him with a photoshopped massive beard. And he's like, it's going pretty good so far. I was like, how did you learn AI this good in 3 days?
Joke on you, it's not AI, dude.
He actually grew it out, yeah. And then he made that where it's me, my brother, and him looking like we're out of Lord of the Rings. It was the hardest shit of all time.
Yeah, George's got Matrix sunglasses on.
Yeah, he made his Facebook profile picture.
Okay, to sum up though, here's a couple thoughts on Disney to get back to it. Is some people get exposed to Disney at a young age. Everybody in America gets exposed to Disney at a young age, you could argue. And I saw a guy talking about it, and he was basically saying, okay, when you are watching Disney at the young age of whatever, however old you are, that's like you're first getting exposed to art. You're first getting exposed to like, a product that somebody made that you're like, okay, I'm watching this and I enjoy this. Like, I appreciate this product. And the guy's argument was like, you should watch that and see that and go, I want to experience other products and I want to experience other things that go on in the world. And I want to see what other people make as art. But there's some people that just, because they're a child and because they see it when they're a child. And then, honestly, society's kind of set up in a way where it's like you should want to be a kid your whole life, but you have to make money so you can't really be a kid, and you have to have a kid and have responsibilities so you can't really be a kid. But society's kind of set up in a way where it's like you kind of have the feelings of like, I want to be a kid for so long. And I want to be a kid and, enjoy the things I enjoyed as a kid, like the stupid Mickey Mouse music, the stupid Disney, like, wand shit, Wizards of Waverly Place, like, those shows, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Like, you want to be a kid and, like, have those feelings, but you're also supposed to mature and enjoy better art and better forms of art and other forms of art. It's like, yeah, you can still like it a little bit and go back and watch it, but, like, you're supposed to grow out of it, and there's people that just go every year, dude, and they just don't get out of it ever. And then those are the people that you talk to, and all they can talk about is Star Wars and Star Trek and all of these like Marvel movies and Disney stuff, and it's just so redundant, dude. It's like, do you care about anything that's real, or do you just care about cartoons and superhero movies and like the craziest shit of all time?
Where do you draw the line, though? What if that's just a subsect of their personality, but they're still very into it? Or what if, I really enjoy Lord of the Rings. I could talk about Lord of the Rings all the time. Is that in the same vein? Or is it mainly just because it's childish?
Okay, but it's not like you're going to Lord of the Rings conferences and you're like running to meet. Like, it pisses me off that these people like are waiting in line at Disney and then they run and sprint to go meet Goofy.
Yeah.
Which is just a person like you or me that's in a costume that got trained for 6 months.
Not like us. That's a high 16-year-old.
Well, no,
that's making less than minimum wage.
These people get trained for so long because they can never break character.
True.
Like somebody like you could whip out the pee and pee all over them and they can't break character.
That would be so mean.
That'd be such a good bit to go to Disney and just fuck with the characters and try to get them to break character. If you had to do something to get someone to break character, what would you
Probably just talk about conservative politics. They're either gonna go fuck yeah or beat my ass.
They're definitely gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, you never know, dude. I could see some people wearing the Mickey costume that believe in tariffs.
Ahoy!
Ooh. No, I'm not.
But no, dude, I don't know. I just have always felt some type of way. I don't really watch superhero movies. You know that about me. I don't watch superhero movies. I don't watch like cartoons.
I know a guy that's super into anime, and he goes to an anime convention once a year.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
I don't know. Well, so here's the thing though, is like, if they're like still releasing new anime, it's way better than Disney. You know?
Interesting take.
Like, if it's like something that's new. Like, I was just thinking about that. Like, I think liking South Park is totally fine.
Oh well, South Park's sick.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with South Park.
What
because
about
they
the
make
Renaissance
new episodes,
Festival?
they do new shit. But if you're still in love with fucking Daffy Duck and Minnie Mouse, and you're like wearing the ears every year, it's like, dude, when's the last time you watched anything that had Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse in it? Never, dude. Never. Like, I don't even remember when I was a kid watching that shit.
You were definitely you were definitely watching in.
I watched like Tom and Jerry.
Never cared for that.
I like
weak ass show.
What were you watching when you were growing up?
I remember.
Starting like
the
young ones.
Real young. It was like JJ the Jet Plane, Clifford, Big Red Comfy Couch. I believe.
Dude, Thomas the Train. You know, Thomas the Train is still like big with the kids.
He just got canceled.
Why?
He said he didn't think that. No, I'm joking. Same reason as Kimmel.
This kid.
He started a monologue.
I actually went to like a 1-year-old birthday party a couple weeks ago, and they had Thomas the Train pull up. Like, just down their subdivision, they just had a Thomas the Train.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And all the kids got in, and they just rode around the subdivision.
How did they do that?
Lit, dude. You just hire somebody that has a Thomas the Train.
Who has that? But it's kid sized.
Yeah. I mean, it was like it was probably like 5 little carts, and then everyone was like, the parents were able to get in there with their kid too, and like
hold. So it's big enough. Dude,
yeah.
My boy, his kid just turned 1, and he got one of those. You know those little cars you drive around when you're a kid, battery powered. He got one of those, except it's remote controlled. Yes. And it has a Bluetooth speaker on it.
Yes, dude. Wait, was it big enough for to put his kid in it?
Yeah.
Yes, dude. They had a Ferrari or like a Lamborghini, and they put the kid in it, and they were just. The dad was just driving the kid around.
Isn't that hilarious?
Like, I'm so gonna.
Can he play music on it?
Yes.
Dude,
well, actually, he didn't play music because it was like loud there. But
my boy has a video of just Biggie playing while his kid's just like 1 year old, just driving around.
Dude, those things go quick, bro.
Dude, don't do that.
It's so funny, dude. I was immediately like, damn, if I'm a dad, I might just bring my kid in that everywhere and just drive him everywhere I go.
Bro, remember when you probably got pulled around, same like me in one of those little wagons?
Yeah,
I had a seat on either side, the little open up thing in the middle with snacks in it. Yeah. Me and George would be posted up in there. Imagine if we were just posted up in a little whipping. My dad just, come on, cheat code.
Yeah, and then when we all have kids, we can race our kids in them.
Oh my God. It's like Fast and Furious. They're all like looking at each other. We're revving the engines.
That shit would be so funny.
There's jumps.
Yeah, we're doing like BMX like tracks like with the babies. And we have like little leagues. Like everyone's age is like, they get handicapped. Like, oh, Pat's kid's 4 years old. Like he's gonna get like 5 minutes off in this time.
I love that so much.
And we're just betting on our kids to like, but it's really just us remote control racing them in like
that's
the
so
park.
Dangerous. I feel like spikes on mine's wheels. My boy would be knocking out Pat's wheels.
Yeah, it's real life Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And our kids are just sitting there and their heads just boom, 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 just slamming around like they have no control. Of what's
There's helmets. They'd be fine.
Dude, that is so funny. Yeah, man.
How are we looking on time-wise?
I mean, we're good. Like, we're at 50 minutes, but we're probably like
50
a couple
minutes,
minutes
dude.
short. So, I mean, you have any last dying wishes, last dying topics to get off your chest here? Let's talk about it. But
I would say we should talk about futures and ball. We're at the point where people are sticking around. We can talk about this.
Yeah, true.
Placed a significant amount of money on Chiefs to miss the playoffs.
Chiefs to miss. I don't hate that, to be honest. They got to get through the. Who's in their division again?
Chargers, very good. Broncos, pretty good. Raiders, feisty.
Yeah, dude.
And they're not looking good. They're not going to get healthy for a while either.
Chargers are a good team, but they're also an injury away from not being a good team.
Who, Herbert?
Yeah, and honestly, like they're. I don't know, dude. Like,
I mean, they got Keenan Allen and Quinn Johnson, who are both money as backup wide receivers. And they got Omarion Hampton,
Keenan
who's
Allen.
pretty good. And they also have Najee Harris, who can definitely be a suitable running back one.
I feel like I don't know their defense very well, but I feel like
it's
their
good.
Is. Well,
So
Khalil Mack just got hurt, so like he's out.
I'm not saying he's a non-factor, but he's older. He's like
he was a starter though.
He is. He's old reliable though. Like I'm not too concerned about that. Their OC, Minter, I believe his name is. He came from Michigan with Harbaugh. He plays a very like hold you down type defense where it's like you're gonna have to earn every yard. We're never giving anything up deep. If you play perfect and go like 14 for 14 on drive and score a touchdown, you got us. But you have to earn that.
Yeah,
that's. I bet on him to win Assistant Coach of the Year.
Who?
His name's Jesse Minter, I believe. He's the DC for the Chargers.
Okay. I like that.
I bet on them to win the Super Bowl too.
I think the Chargers are good. I don't think they're Super Bowl worthy, but I think they're good. I think they're going to make.
Herbert could win MVP.
They're going to win a playoff game, but just one.
The only thing that scares me about their tackle is out for season.
I do think, and I know this episode is going to come out after this, dude. I think for the league, for interest levels, the Lions are beating the Ravens this week, dude. I think we're winning. I know I'm a delusional fan, but I think we're winning this week.
I think no, I don't think so. I mean, we just are ass against rushing quarterbacks. When's the last time we beat a mobile quarterback?
But dude, I saw a spreadsheet a week ago, or not even. It was this week, and it was like
we're looking at a spreadsheet.
It was like
what the fuck?
It was over the last 4 years or 3 years, the quarterbacks who have gotten the most rushing yards against the Lions in every game we've played, and the most rushing yards we've ever given up to a quarterback is Anthony Richardson at like 67 yards. And I was honestly like,
well, I don't even necessarily think it's about them getting actual rushing yards, but I think it's A, the threat, but also B, them being able to maneuver the pocket. Our secondary really just hasn't been good enough at like long-term coverage like that where somebody gets open and they work the pocket.
I know our D-line has to get a lot better. How is Baltimore's O-line though? Are they top 5?
I would say top 10. They have the best center in the league.
That's what worries me is Ali McNeil's coming back soon though, dude.
Is he?
Back, not this week, but he said some reporter asked him this week, like, do you feel like you could play if you had to play this week? He's like, yeah. So it probably means next week.
Why doesn't he play?
It probably means next week. Because he's like insinuating the trainers are like, no.
Gotcha.
But no, how futures that you placed before the year, I had J-Mo's over at like 850 yards, which I'm kind of happy with. Like, I know first game was a little let down, but I feel good about that one.
These are pretty good.
Lions over was at 10.5. I mean, we'll see. But
I think the Bills.
I'm starting to realize how hard their schedule was.
Bro.
Is.
All their easy games are at home, too.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's so bad. But
I took DK 1,000+ yards. I don't know. I have a bunch of futures out there.
They just have no other receivers.
I took Mike Vrabel to win Coach of the Year because I think the Patriots have an easy schedule. They'll get a lot of wins.
Okay, so do you have Patriots over Steelers this week?
No, I took the Steelers.
Okay, so did I.
But they have that's fucking tough. I think that the Patriots just have such an easy schedule, obviously, because they were a bad team last year, and Drake May is coming into his own. Yeah. I think if they get 9 wins, Vrabel wins it just from the turnaround factor.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I placed. I know I bet the
Ashton Genty under, I bet, which I still think that's looking beautiful.
I don't mind that. This is a weird bet, but I bet the Rams to lose in the divisional round of the playoffs. I think they're good enough. I think they're good enough to get there.
You bet that? What are the odds on that right now?
Plus 900, I think. Pretty good, bro.
But no, hey, that's probably gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
This episode, I would say keep an eye out. We're gonna try and splice some clips in. Like we're going out, we're gonna have a good day. We're gonna eat a good sandwich, eat some good chicken, and probably just watch a lot of football. Syracuse on right now, so let's go. I don't even know what they are. Syracuse, whatever.
Who
Let's
cares?
have a day. Let's go after Clemson. Let's cover the spread. And
You know what you name a rich Chinese person?
what?
Cha-ching. Love you guys.
Been a few years, but I'm still ice cold. Still stacking up this paper, now my wallet won't